I'm Mayor Kate Gallego. We are at 7th Street and University in Phoenix. Last night at approximately 4 a.m., Phoenix Fire responded to a call for a ruptured natural gas main. There was extensive fire that impinged on the 7th Street Bridge. The 7th Street Bridge is now closed. I am grateful to Phoenix Fire for their quick response, which was able to prevent the fire from harming the structures in the area. There were no injuries to firefighters and no loss of life. I am profoundly grateful that this was not worse. It could have been. Thank you to all who have responded and will continue to respond. I'm here today with a variety of local leaders, including Councilmember Garcia and City Manager Ed Zerker. The city is actively working with partners to respond to the situation. The bridge has been damaged. We are still getting a final assessment, but it appears that it will not be operable for up to several months. I do want to thank all who have been responding to this. We are going to work closely with the Arizona Department of Transportation and other partners to address the traffic situation. As a South Phoenix resident, I know that the 7th Street artery is very important for traffic moving in and out of this area, and we are going to work closely with our partners to mitigate traffic impacts as much as possible. At this point, we do recommend using 7th Avenue or 16th Street for your commute in and out of the south side. Again, 7th Avenue is very important to our local residents, and we're going to work to return it to service as soon as possible, with safety being at the forefront of our concerns. We are working with local businesses in the area. The City of Phoenix was able to reach out to about 25 local property owners and businesses this morning, and we are working with them as well as with Southwest Gas and other utility providers in the area to try to keep this situation as safe as possible. We appreciate the partnership of the state and county as we respond to this situation, and all of our city departments who have been working hard to minimize impacts on the Parks corridor, as well as business and movement together. We will keep you posted as we learn more about this evolving situation, but again, I want to say thank you to our Phoenix firefighters for responding quickly. By 6 a.m., they had contained the fire. Next, I will welcome to the podium Councilmember Carlos Garcia, who represents much of this area. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I think the most important thing today is that everyone is safe. No one from the community was hurt, and fire responded adequately, promptly, and no one was injured. I do want to note 7th Street will be closed. We're encouraging folks to use 7th Avenue and 16th Street. No hiking, no biking, and obviously no transportation through the bridge or under the bridge. Muchas gracias por estar aquí. Lo voy a repetir en español. El puente el día de hoy va a estar cerrado por varios meses. No se va a permitir personas pasar por debajo, ya sea caminando, en bicicletas. Lo más importante el día de hoy, nadie fue lastimado. El departamento de los bomberos se portaron de una manera increíble, pararon el fuego, nadie fue lastimado, todos están a salvo, pero la calle sí se va a mantener cerrada. So again, the bridge will be closed. We're encouraging folks to use alternative routes to be safe and not try to come around the bridge. I would like to pass it on to Amy from Southwest Gas. Thank you.
Hi, we'd like to thank the mayor for including us today. Safety is always Southwest Gas' top priority, and today that was no different. Our crews received information that there was a fire here, and we responded swiftly. Thankfully, very quickly, we were able to get gas off, and we only lost 6 customers as of this morning. Our crews continue to work to restore service to those 6 impacted customers. As of right now, the cause of this fire is too early to tell. We'll continue to work closely with the Phoenix Fire Department and other city officials to find out the cause and work strongly together in our partnership on that investigation.
Just a quick question, is this your
This is a Southwest gas line. Next, I will have David Ramirez come up.
Good afternoon. Shortly after 4 o'clock this morning, firefighters were dispatched to this bridge on 7th Street just south of University Drive. Upon arrival, firefighters found heavy fire and intense heat coming from underneath the bridge. At that time, firefighters quickly secured a water supply, pulled hand lines and water lines to put big water on this fire and the exposures to the east and west of 7th Street. After further investigation, it was found that the fire was coming from a 10-inch gas main underneath the bridge. Southwest Gas got on scene, and they were able to formulate a plan and secure the gas leak in which the fire was put out around 6 o'clock this morning. And no injuries to firefighters or citizens reported on scene. And currently the fire is under investigation.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Street Transportation Department, 7th Street is a very important corridor for the city as part of our street transportation network. And because of that, we want to be able to work as hard and as quick as possible to be able to assess the damage and be able to make repairs as quickly as possible so we can get 7th Street opened up again to traffic. As noted before, we are still in the evaluation process and looking what happened here and what needs to be done to be repaired. I would say from a detour standpoint, those who normally use 7th Street, we encourage you to use 7th Avenue or 19th Avenue to the west, or 16th Street or 24th Street to the east. Now, so that's for both vehicles, bicyclists, and pedestrians who may want to use 7th Street. We encourage you to stay out of the area. It's safer to do so as we continue to evaluate that. I would note from a transportation standpoint, we have been working with Valley Metro and our City of Phoenix Public Transit Department as well. The Route 7, which is our 7th Street bus, is currently rerouted over to 7th Avenue between Broadway and Mojave. And as I mentioned before, we want to make sure that traffic between Broadway and I-17 stays out of the 7th Street area. And I want to just thank my team, also our Phoenix Fire Department and Southwest Gas for the response on this to try to minimize the damage to our infrastructure. I would also mention that we do have concerns with people coming underneath the bridge as well. I'm going to have our Parks and Recreation Department, Cynthia Aguilar, come up and talk about that. Thank you.
Good afternoon. The Rio Salado has multiple access points. At this time, the 7th Street trailhead will be closed until further notice as a result of the fire. Access is still available at each of the other entry points at 16th Street, Central Avenue, and 7th Avenue. So we ask users who come out to please know that there will be signage and they may see some fencing. And when you get close to the 7th Street bridge area, on the east or west side, you will be diverted to return from the area that you came from, but there will be information letting you know any updates on when this changes. Thank you.
For our public transportation users, we do have one route that was impacted by this that will be diverted at Broadway down to 7th Avenue and then back on Mojave. For those of you who would like more in Spanish, Councilmember Garcia is willing to do one-on-one interviews in Spanish if you want more on that. Otherwise, we will continue to update you in the Phoenix newsroom as well as on the City of Phoenix social media channels. Thank you for being here.